if you come from above and work your way down, you're going to run into the bone before you run into anything else. And that's all you're looking for, is the top of the bone here. Find the symphysis. Is it tender or not tender? With that. So we're going to palpate there. The pubic rami, you can follow that out a little bit. And we said if we're looking for tenderness, if we're suspecting someone might have a fracture or something in the pubic rami, then that's where you can kind of palpate out along the rami. The iliac crest, everyone's very familiar with palpating those. That's not too big of a challenge. When you look at the PSIS, you're really kind of coming across so that you're looking for the ridge going across. So you can see the dimples in some people you can't see the dimples in, with it. But if you rub across and you look for the sacral sulcus and find the ridge, then you're at that highest point. That's where your PSIS is going to be. And then the spinous processes. So you guys already palpated, in the lumbar spine, so you don't have to go all the way through down there. But try to find on the sacrum, if you kind of find the flat surface of the sacrum, find the first dip going superiorly. That's the L5, S1 space there. That's a good way to orient. Usually that's how I find like L5 in the spine, is I find sacrum, because I can't miss that, right? I know where to start from there. Work up, find the dip. Okay, that's the first space, and now I can work down. So find S1, S2, if you can feel S3 in there, try to find those three, just to get an orientation of visual, like where is S1, S2, and S3. That's important, because S2, when we go to do like the sacral thrust, that's what you're looking for, is to be right over S2. Generally, it varies in people, but generally S2 represents kind of the very center of the joint. If I push above S2, I have more of a nutation action. If I push below S2, I have more of a counter nutation action. If I push on S2, I get more of a pure shear. So on the sacrum, so the sulci, remember, are just medial to the PSIS, so you're looking for that area. That's going to be an important area too when we start looking at mobility, because that's an area that you can feel the movement of the PSIS relative to the sacrum. The posterior ligaments, it's not like you're going to feel a big band of ligament like you might in the LCL. But remember our picture earlier and kind of where it runs, coming down and attaching to those ILAs. Follow that path. So you might want to find your ILAs first. And the way to do that is basically find the edges of the sacrum, find the point where it's kind of at the widest right here, and that's your inferior lateral angles. And remember, a lot of those ligaments come down and attach right onto the ILA. And so you can go from there, kind of palpate down between the two. If there's tenderness in that area, that's more so than around it. And that might be a sign that it's the ligament that's tender. And then coming off of the ILA down towards the ischium, so we have the sacrotuberous ligament coming down through here. So if you find your ischial tuberosity, your ILA, along the path between the two is the ligament. And then coccyx being the very tip end. Again, if you're going to palpate down to the coccyx, work your way from superior down so that you're always on bone. When you get to the very end there, you can do a little bit of a spring to that to see if there's any movement or anything in the coccyx, or particularly looking for more pain with that. So if someone has a sacrococcygeal problem, there'll be pain with pressure over the coccyx. All right, and then muscles. Is everyone comfortable with palpating those muscles, or do we need to go over those as well? Okay. All right. So get with your